Today, September 20th, Archangel Michael says, a forgotten relative's left you a royal fortune. The shocking condition will blow your mind. Open it quickly, my beloved child. Today the heavens opened a scroll with your name written in gold, and Archangel Michael descended with trembling wings, his voice echoing across eternity, saying, "Do not let this message pass you by, for within it lies a secret that has been hidden from you, a legacy your forgotten relative left behind, and the shocking condition attached to it will open your eyes to the greatness God has destined for you." Imagine this: your bloodline carries stories untold, treasures unclaimed, blessings sealed away until the appointed time. And today is that time. Heaven has preserved something beyond money, beyond gold, beyond crowns. It is an inheritance of destiny, a royal fortune, not just of wealth, but of honor, restoration, and power. A forgotten relative, one you thought had vanished into history, carried your name into their final prayer, and God heard it. The prayer has been released, and it is about to touch your life like a river breaking through a dry desert. My beloved child, Archangel Michael kneels today, not because he is weak, but because he wants you to see the urgency of this revelation. He is surrounded by hosts of angels carrying keys to rooms in heaven where your fortune was sealed. But here is the shocking part. God is saying this inheritance is not unlocked by your hands alone, but by your heart. You must believe, you must open your spirit, you must not turn away. The condition is simple yet profound. Before you touch this earthly and spiritual fortune, you must forgive someone who wounded you deeply. This is why it will blow your mind, because the treasure is tied not to paperwork, not to banks, not to lawyers, but to your obedience to love, to let go, to release the pain. For the moment you forgive, the door opens, and what was hidden will rush toward you like lightning across the sky. Think of it: angels standing guard over vaults of blessing, waiting for one word from you, and Archangel Michael is pleading. Do not scroll away, do not ignore this. This message is your key. For wealth without peace is emptiness, and riches without love are dust. That is why God tied your fortune to the shocking condition. Your heart must be free before your hands can receive. And once you unlock it, you will see how this forgotten relative fought for you in prayer, how heaven remembered your name, and how destiny was preserved for this exact day. My beloved child, hear this clearly: tonight something will shift in your atmosphere. You will sense the presence of the one who left this royal fortune. Their spirit is at peace now, because their treasure is reaching you. You will not be forgotten. You will not be left empty. What was stolen from your family will be restored in you. What was hidden will be revealed. What was delayed will now arrive suddenly, like a door bursting open at the touch of light. Stay to the end, for this is not the kind of message you skip. This is your turning point. And if these words resonate in your spirit, if you feel that pull inside you, whisper Amen where you are. The heaven echoed it. Let Archangel Michael carry it as a signal that you have received this. Because every Amen you speak is like a hammer shattering the locks that kept your fortune hidden. Do not take this lightly, for the angels are moving as you watch. My beloved child, remember this always. The royal fortune is not just money. It is also joy, peace, healing, and restoration. Tonight when you close your eyes, heaven will whisper to you the next step. Watch closely, because signs will appear in ways you least expect. And before we close, hear me say this: you are chosen. You are not forgotten. And this message came because heaven insisted it reach you. If you believe this message was for you, type Amen in the comments, and let your spirit agree with heaven. And if you want to support this divine work, press the Super Thanks button. It keeps this river of messages flowing to you and to others who are waiting for their breakthrough. Sparkle Super Thanks is available now. Use it as your seed of faith. Heaven is watching. My beloved child, do not let your eyes wander away from these words, because what you are about to hear is not ordinary. It is a message carved in eternity, waiting for this exact day to reach you. Today, on the 29th of August, the veil between heaven and earth has lifted for a moment, and Archangel Michael has been allowed to whisper into your spirit something that was hidden from you for years. A forgotten relative, one you never expected, carried a prayer in their final breath that had your name in it. They could not leave you gold in your hand, but they left you gold in the spirit, a fortune that is both earthly and divine, waiting to fall into your lap like rain from the skies. But there is a condition attached, and when you hear it, it will shake your understanding, because heaven always ties great blessings to great transformations of the heart. My beloved child, picture this. Archangel Michael is on his knees with the heavenly army standing behind him, holding scrolls of inheritance with your name engraved in shining fire. He is begging you not to close your eyes, not to scroll away, not to skip this moment, because your fortune, your breakthrough, your miracle, everything has been delayed until the very hour you choose to believe and receive. You have been crying out in secret, wondering why doors closed, why opportunities slipped away, why people who seemed to promise so much gave you nothing but pain. And today the answer is here. Your relative did not leave you empty, they left you a royal inheritance that was locked away until your heart reached the stage of readiness. The shocking condition, my beloved child, is forgiveness. Heaven is telling you plainly, you cannot step into this fortune with a heart heavy with grudges, with memories chained to anger, with bitterness poisoning your spirit. A moment you forgive, the gates open. The angels are waiting at those gates right now, holding treasures you cannot even imagine. And all they need is your word, your surrender, your choice to let go, because a royal fortune cannot sit in the hands of someone carrying chains. It must be received by hands that are open, free and clean. Archangel Michael is speaking softly, almost with tears. Child, do not delay this. Do not say tomorrow. This moment, right now, is when you must step into release, for heaven has already decided to pour into you. But the key is in your heart. Forgive, and you will be shocked at what flows into your life. My beloved child, listen carefully. The inheritance is not only money, though money is coming in amounts you never thought possible. The inheritance is joy returning to your home, it is laughter breaking into your nights. It is health rising in your body. It is relationships being healed that you thought were beyond repair, it is dignity being restored where you were mocked. It is honor being placed on your head like a crown. This is why heaven calls it a royal fortune, because it will not only touch your bank account, it will touch your life, your heart, your future, and even generations after you. The forgotten relative who prayed for you is at peace now, but their prayer was like a seed sown into heaven's soil. And today, August 29th, that seed is bursting through the ground. Do not miss this moment, my beloved child, for there are rare days in life when heaven's timing aligns perfectly with your destiny, and this is one of those days. Stay with me to the end. Do not skip, because every word you are hearing is not coincidence, it is being poured into your spirit at this exact time. As you hear, angels are moving around you, rearranging things in your favor, breaking chains you didn't even know were there, and bringing the hidden treasure of your family line into your hands. If this resonates with your soul, whisper Amen right now. Heaven is listening. Every Amen is like fire striking the chains, like thunder echoing through the halls of heaven, signaling that you are ready to receive. And before we close, my beloved child, let me tell you this: Archangel Michael is not only delivering a message, he is standing watch over you tonight. In your sleep you will feel a shift, a presence, a calmness, because the fortune is arriving not through fear but through peace. Trust it, believe it, receive it. And if this message has touched your heart, if it has opened your spirit, remember to press the super thanks option below. It is more than a gesture. It is your seed of agreement, a sign that you believe in what heaven is saying, and a way to keep this river of divine messages flowing to you and to others who are desperately waiting for their miracle. Sparkles, press super thanks now, and let heaven record your faith. My beloved child, the heavens are still speaking and the voice of Archangel Michael is louder now, echoing like thunder rolling across mountains. He says, this is the hour. This is the day, this is the moment when what was hidden must be revealed. Do not let your heart wander. Do not allow doubt to steal your blessing. Stay until the end, for every sentence is a key opening another door. And as these words fall upon you, something inside your soul is beginning to stir, a vibration, a whisper telling you that this message is not ordinary. It was crafted with your name sealed upon it. My beloved child, think of the forgotten relative who carried a secret hope for you. They might not have been known in your daily life. They may have been pushed into silence, but heaven never silenced their prayer. Even as they left the earth, their final breath rose like incense before God's throne, and in that breath they asked for your life to be lifted, your destiny to be honored, your hands to never be empty. That prayer was written into the archives of heaven, and today Archangel Michael was commanded to unseal it. That is why you feel this message pulling you. It is not coincidence. It is divine timing aligning with your spirit. And here is the part that will shake you, my beloved child. Heaven does not measure fortune the way the world does. The world looks at gold, silvered land, houses, and crowns. But heaven measures fortune in wholeness, in restoration, in peace that no thief can steal. The royal fortune waiting for you includes wealth, yes, but also healing of wounds that money could never touch, the restoration of relationships that seem dead, the rebuilding of confidence that was broken, and the rising of opportunities that will surprise everyone around you. This is the kind of inheritance only God can give, and it has been preserved with your name glowing upon it. Archangel Michael is kneeling with the scroll in his hands. He says, "Child, here is your scroll of inheritance. But the lock on this scroll is forgiveness. Heaven will not release this fortune into hands that still cling to grudges. You must choose to forgive, even if your heart trembles, even if your eyes fill with tears. For the moment you release them, God will release everything for you." My beloved child, picture this scene, angels surrounding you with treasures hidden in luminous chests. Some contain financial blessing, some contain emotional healing, some contain peace for your home, some contain open doors for your future. But each chest is locked, and the key is your decision. One act of surrender, one act of forgiveness, and the locks shatter like glass beneath the feet of heaven. That is why Archangel Michael is begging you, because he knows what waits on the other side of your choice. And do not think this inheritance is far away. The signs will start even tonight. Before you sleep, you will feel a strange stillness, a warmth in your heart, as if someone is sitting beside you whispering comfort. That is the spirit of your forgotten relative, smiling in peace because their prayer has been answered. The next days will bring unexpected news, open doors, divine encounters, and people you never imagined reaching out to you with opportunities. All of this is tied to the scroll of inheritance, and that scroll has been unsealed. My beloved child, hear me clearly. The condition may seem hard, but the reward is greater. Do not carry yesterday's chains into today's blessing. Do not let unforgiveness rob you of wealth, joy, and healing that has been preserved for you. Heaven has waited for this day, do not let it slip away. And if this word touches your heart right now, do not hesitate. Whisper Amen where you are, do it boldly. Do it sincerely. Every Amen is like fire in the hands of angels. Breaking open one more lock, bringing your inheritance closer, faster, louder into your life. My beloved child, stay to the end because the revelation is not complete. Tonight, in your dreams, you will be shown a glimpse of the forgotten relative who prayed for you. It may be in symbols, it may be in whispers. But you will know. It is them, and they are smiling because you have received this word. And before this message closes, I must tell you, heaven records not only what you hear, but how you respond. If your spirit is open, if you are ready to step into your fortune, show your faith. Type Amen and believe, and if you want to carry this work further, if you want these streams of messages to never cease, press the super thanks button. It is not about money. It is about agreement, about signaling to heaven that you value what has been poured into you. Sparkles, press super thanks now, and let the angels see your faith shining like a flame before the throne of God. My beloved child, do not let your attention slip away, for the heavens have not yet finished speaking. Even now Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your destiny, holding the sealed book of your inheritance, and his voice shakes with urgency. Child, listen, for your forgotten relative's final breath carved a river in the unseen world, and that river has been flowing silently toward you, waiting for the day it would overflow its banks. That day is today. My beloved child, imagine a vault so vast it has no end, a chamber in heaven filled with treasures your family line never claimed. Some of these blessings were delayed because of battles your ancestors could not finish, prayers they prayed that did not fully break through, promises they glimpsed but did not hold. Yet God, in His mercy, preserved it all, not lost, not stolen, but kept under angelic guard until the moment your name was called. Today is the day your name has echoed through that chamber, and angels are rushing to deliver what has been sealed, and here is the condition, the one that will blow your mind. It is not a condition of wealth, nor of power, nor of labor. It is a condition of the heart. Heaven is saying, you must release what you've been holding. You must forgive what hurt you. You must lay down the stone you carried in secret, for God did not want to place crowns upon hands still clenched in bitterness. He wants to fill your hands when they are open, free, and ready. That is why Archangel Michael pleads, not because your blessing is small, but because it is so great that it requires the cleansing of your spirit to hold it. My beloved child, see the picture, an angel lifting the lid off a chest of treasures, beams of light spilling out, jewels glowing brighter than the sun, scrolls of destiny unfolding like rivers of fire. And yet, they remain still until you whisper one word, I forgive. The moment that word leaves your lips, lightning will strike those locks, and treasures that were frozen for generations will melt into your life like gold flowing from a furnace. This is why the heavens are crying out to you not to skip, not to walk away, for this is your hour of unlocking, and let me tell you what this royal fortune carries. It carries financial breakthrough, money that will come from unexpected hands, contracts, doors you thought were shut forever. It carries healing, aches in your body lifting, peace rushing into your mind where storms have raged. It carries restoration, relationships that were broken finding the touch of heaven's blue. It carries honor, your name spoken in places you never entered, your face remembered by those who once overlooked you. This is why it is called royal, because it is not just wealth, it is kingdom blessing, stretching across every corner of your life. My beloved child, Archangel Michael is weeping as he says, Child, the forgotten one left you this because they wanted you to rise. Do not leave it sealed. Do not ignore it, the condition is before you, but so is the reward. Choose, and all of heaven will move on your behalf. And as he speaks, I see the angels lowering a crown, golden, radiant, waiting for your head, but the crown cannot rest where there is still anger. Forgive, and it will descend. Forgive, and the inheritance will pour out. Forgive, and your life will shift in ways that will leave even you astonished. Tonight, my beloved child, as you lay down to rest, you will feel the whisper of your forgotten relative. It may come in a dream, it may come as a sudden warmth across your chest. But you will know, it is them, rejoicing because their prayer has finally reached you. Tomorrow, signs will begin to appear, a message, a phone call, an opportunity will seem ordinary, but will carry extraordinary weight. Do not dismiss it. It is the first wave of the royal fortune breaking into your world. If these words pierce your heart, do not hesitate. Whisper Amen aloud right now. Every Amen is like a hammer in the hands of angels, striking the locks, releasing more and more of what was hidden. Do it boldly, my beloved child, for heaven is recording it as your agreement, your faith, your acceptance of what was always yours. And as you receive, remember, this flow does not end here. To keep the river moving, to keep these messages reaching you and others who need them, press the super thanks button below. It is more than support. It is a seed of agreement, a sign that you value what heaven has poured into you. Sparkles, press super thanks now and let Archangel Michael carry your act of faith before the throne of God. My beloved child, stay with me because the river of revelation has not yet run dry. Even now the heavens are opening wider and Archangel Michael's voice, full of fire and compassion, is pouring directly into your soul. He says, Child, you are standing at the threshold of something so extraordinary that if you walk away now, you will not only miss treasure, you will miss the key to your future. And I see him holding that scroll, trembling with light, waiting for your spirit to respond. My beloved child, the forgotten relative whose name has almost faded from your memory is not forgotten in heaven. Their life may have seemed ordinary, their presence may have gone unnoticed by many, but in their secret prayers they stored riches for you. they sowed their tears, they whispered blessings with their last breath. And those blessings were deposited into the treasury of God. This is why the angels are moving today, because the deposit has matured and it must now be released into your hands. But here lies the secret that will astonish you. Heaven attached a shocking condition, not to punish you, but to elevate you. That condition is the softening of your heart. You must forgive what still stings, you must let go of the bitterness that tries to anchor you. You must surrender the pain you carried in silence. Only then can the floodgates open, because God will not place royal garments on someone still dressed in ashes. Forgiveness is not just letting them go, it is letting yourself be free. And when you do, angels will move with a speed you cannot imagine, delivering everything that has been withheld. My beloved child, imagine this moment, angels carrying golden vessels filled with blessings, pouring them out one after another. One vessel holds unexpected financial increase, another carries restoration of relationships, another releases healing in your body, another places honor on your name. Each vessel is labeled with your destiny, and yet they remain tilted, waiting for your agreement. All it takes is your surrender, and once it happens, they will pour until you are drenched in glory. Archangel Michael leans closer, his sword shining. Child, hear me clearly, your forgotten relative fought for this. They whispered in the night when no one heard, they planted seeds with their faith. They left behind a royal fortune not of chance but of divine intention. You not ignore it, do not delay. This is your time. And as he speaks, I see your name glowing in golden fire upon the heavenly scroll, being announced before witnesses in the courts of heaven. My beloved child, let me reveal another mystery. This inheritance is not limited to money or material wealth. It carries divine wisdom, clarity for decisions you will soon make, and open doors that no human hand could open for you. It carries peace that will settle into your home, removing every trace of heaviness. It carries dignity that will silence those who mocked you. It carries generational blessing that will ripple into your children, and their children. This is why heaven calls it royal, because it stretches beyond today into eternity. Tonight, as you close your eyes, expect a sign. You may see your forgotten relative in a dream, smiling, speaking a word, or simply placing their hand upon your shoulder. That will be heaven's confirmation that this word is not imagination. It is divine truth being fulfilled. In the coming days, watch for strange alignments, a sudden phone call, a message that feels unusual, an opportunity arising from nowhere. These will be the earthly signs of heavenly release. My beloved child, whisper Amen now if you believe. Do not wait, every Amen shakes the chains loose. Every Amen releases another measure of blessing. Every Amen signals heaven that you are ready to carry what has been preserved for you. And remember this, what you do with this word matters. If you feel this word touched your spirit, do not let it pass by like wind. Seal it with action, seal it with agreement. Press the super thanks button below and let heaven see that you value this divine stream. It is not just support, it is a testimony that you are in alignment with what has been spoken over your life. Sparkles, press super thanks now and let the angels write your name beside it as a witness of your faith. My beloved child, listen with all your heart because the message is still flowing like a river that refuses to run dry. Archangel Michael has not yet stepped back. He is still here, still kneeling, still holding the scroll of your inheritance, and the light around him grows brighter with every word you choose to hear. He says, "Do not let distraction steal this moment, for the next breath you take carries the weight of your destiny. Heaven has waited for centuries for you to receive what is now being poured out." My beloved child, imagine a great courtroom in heaven, larger than any palace on earth. At the center sits the throne of God, radiant and shaken, eternal. Rounded are witnesses, your ancestors. Saints, angels, watching the unfolding of your story. The scroll with your name written in blazing light hath been unsealed. A forgotten relative, one whose story has been overlooked by men, stood in this court years ago, pleading, "Do not let my bloodline end in shame, do not let my child walk empty-handed. Reserve their destiny, Lord." That prayer did not vanish into silence, it was recorded, sealed, and assigned to this very hour. And now, the royal fortune is before you. But heaven did not simply drop such treasures into careless hands. That is why the condition stands as the final gate. Forgiveness. Release, letting go. My beloved child, this is not punishment. It is protection. For how can you carry a crown while holding on to ashes? How can you walk into new glory while dragging chains of the past? God is saying, free your heart, and I will free your life. Forgive, and I will flood you with treasures beyond measure. My beloved child, let me show you what is being prepared. I see golden chests opening in the spirit realm. One bursts with financial provision, unexpected resources, opportunities that will shock even your closest circle. Another chest overflows with peace, waves of calm silencing storms that tormented you for years. A third carries restoration, bridges rebuilt where relationships were burned to ashes. A fourth gleams with honor, your name lifted from whispers of doubt to songs of recognition. And each of these is marked with your name, waiting for the moment you whisper I forgive and amen. Archangel Michael leans closer, his eyes burning with divine fire. Child, do you know why I plead? Because this inheritance is greater than you imagine. It is not only for your hands, but it is for your bloodline, for your children, for generations unborn. What you unlock today will ripple through time, cleansing curses, breaking cycles, and planting blessings that will not end. My beloved child, I must tell you a mystery. Your forgotten relatives saw glimpses of your life before they left this world. They saw the struggles, the betrayals, the silent tears. They knew their time was short. So they carried you in their prayers like a precious jewel. They asked heaven to cover you, to preserve you, to deliver a fortune to you at the appointed time. That time is now. That is why you are reading this. It is no accident, no coincidence, but divine alignment. Tonight, as you rest, expect whispers. It may come in a dream. It may come as a vision when you close your eyes, or even as a sudden thought that feels different from your own. It will be your forgotten relative delivering their final blessing. You will feel peace settle on you like a cloak. And in the days that follow, watch closely. What seemed delayed will come suddenly, what seemed impossible will appear effortlessly. And what was hidden will rise to the surface with undeniable clarity. My beloved child, if this resonates in your soul, do not stay silent. Whisper Amen aloud right now, type it boldly if you can. Every Amen is like a trumpet in heaven's court, announcing they have received it, they are ready. Release it now. And each time you agree, another lock breaks, another chest tilts, another treasure pours, and finally, hear this. When you press the super thanks button, it is not just a gesture, it is a seal. It is a testimony of your faith, a declaration that you value what heaven has spoken. It allows this stream of divine messages to continue flowing, reaching you and others who are hungry for their breakthrough. Sparkles, press super thanks now, and let your act of faith be written beside your name in the records of heaven. My beloved child, the heavens are not finished yet, because your story is still unfolding like a scroll being read aloud before angels and witnesses. Even now, Archangel Michael stands with his sword drawn in one hand and your inheritance scroll in the other, and his voice is breaking with urgency. He declares, "Child, the fortune prepared for you is larger than your imagination." It is not only silver and gold, his dignity restored, doors flung wide open, and joy flowing back into your home. You must not drift away from this word, because the very air around you is shifting as you hear it. My beloved child, picture this scene, a massive banquet hall in heaven, with tables stretching farther than the eye can see, covered with treasures and blessings. Each gift bears a name, and on one of the tables glows a crown brighter than all the others. The crown belongs to you, but it cannot be placed on your head until the condition is met. The condition is forgiveness, not because God delights in your pain, but because heaven will never mix bitterness with blessing. Your heart must be free so your hands can carry the weight of your fortune. The forgotten relative who left this royal fortune did so not with pen and paper, but with prayer and tears. They prayed for you in secret, asked God to spare you from shame, and sowed blessings that would one day reach you. They knew they would not live to see it, but they trusted heaven to hold it safe until the right hour. My beloved child, today, on this 29th of August, that hour has arrived. That is why you cannot ignore this. Heaven aligned your path with this message so you would not miss the unlocking of what had been sealed for so long. Archangel Michael speaks again, his voice softer now but piercing. Child, you have carried wounds that weigh heavy. You have held grudges that burned inside, but if you let them go, if you forgive, then instantly the locks will break and the treasures will be released. Do not think this is small. It is the single key that will unlock generations of blessing. And as he speaks, angels begin to lower golden vessels filled with gifts. One vessel drips with financial breakthrough. Another pours healing into broken places. Another restores honor where you were dishonored. All of them are yours, waiting for your yes. My beloved child, see how close you are. The gates of heaven are trembling, ready to swing open. Already in the coming nights you will feel whispers of your forgotten relative, smiling with peace as they see the inheritance finally reaching you. Already in the coming days opportunities will appear like sudden rays of light breaking through heavy clouds. Already the fortune is moving toward you. The only question is, will your heart release the past so your hands can hold the future? If your spirit agrees, whisper Amen right now. Say it with faith, say it with boldness. Every amen is like thunder in heaven's courtroom, a signal that the child has agreed. The child is ready, release the inheritance. And as you type or speak amen, the angels move faster, carrying more, releasing more, delivering more. And my beloved child, before we close, let me give you this charge: do not let this message pass without a seal. If you believe this is your word, if you feel heaven's touch as you listen, press the super thanks button. It is more than support, it is a divine agreement, a testimony that you receive what has been spoken. It will be written beside your name in heaven as an act of faith. Sparkles, press super thanks now and let heaven see that you are ready to step into the royal fortune prepared for you, my beloved child. Stay close, because what is pouring into your spirit now is not simply words. It is a divine unveiling of mysteries hidden for years. Archangel Michael has not stepped back, he is still before you, sword gleaming, scroll blazing, and his voice stronger than ever. Child, he declares, the fortune that has been kept for you will not only lift your life. It will repair your bloodline, it will cleanse the stains of shame, heal the scars of betrayal, and restore honor where dishonor was placed. Do not take this lightly, for the heavens are moving as you listen. My beloved child, imagine the royal chambers of heaven where treasures are not kept behind iron locks but guarded by light itself. I see a chest glowing with fire, its lid trembling as if it is desperate to open. This chest belongs to you. Inside it are documents with your name, opportunities written long before you were born, blessings preserved since the days of your ancestors. There are seeds that were planted in faith generations ago, seeds that never sprouted because the time was not yet right. Today, August 29th, those seeds are breaking the ground. They are rising, and their fruit is about to overflow into your life. But hear me, my beloved child, the condition remains. Heaven does not demand money. Heaven does not demand labor, it demands your release. The past must no longer chain you. The unforgiveness you held on to must melt like wax in fire. For how can you step into palaces still dressed in rags? How can you wear a crown if your head is bowed under the weight of bitterness? God is saying, forgive, and you will inherit. Release, and I will release to you. Open your heart, and I will open the vault. Archangel Michael kneels lower now, tears in his eyes. Child, your forgotten relative left you this fortune with love. They wanted you to rise, do not let their sacrifice remain locked. Choose today, and heaven itself will honor you. And as he speaks, I see angels carrying golden lamps toward you. One lamp pours light into your finances, unexpected breakthroughs, contracts, favors that cannot be explained. Another lamp spills peace into your household, removing arguments and shadows. Another lamp carries joy, laughter that will echo in your nights again. Another holds healing, restoring both body and soul. These lamps will not be withheld once your heart opens. My beloved child, this inheritance is not only for you, it is for your children, and their children, and generations yet unborn. What you unlock today will ripple through time. The curse that plagued your bloodline will be broken, the chains that bound your family will dissolve, and a new stream of blessing will run through your name like a river that never runs dry. This is why heaven is so urgent. This is why Archangel Michael himself is pleading. The destiny of many is tied to your obedience. Tonight expect a sign. In your dreams you may see the face of your forgotten relative, or feel their hand upon your shoulder. You may hear a name, a word, a phrase, and though it seems small, it will burn in your spirit as confirmation. Tomorrow expect alignments, doors opening, people reaching out, opportunities you never plan. These are not random, they are the first fruits of the royal fortune. Do not dismiss them. Receive them as proof that heaven has spoken, my beloved child. If these words pierce your soul, whisper Amen now. Do not hesitate. Every Amen is a key turning, every Amen is a gate opening. Every Amen is another angel moving faster on your behalf. Whisper it with faith, whisper it with fire. Whisper it knowing that heaven records it as your agreement. And finally, my beloved child, seal this word, do not let it slip by like wind. If you believe it is yours, press the super thanks button now. This is more than support, it is alignment. It is testimony. It is saying to heaven, yes, I believe, yes, I receive. Yes, I am ready. And as you press it, angels carry your act of faith into the throne room as a bright flame of agreement. Sparkles, press super thanks now. And let heaven witness your readiness for the fortune preserved in your name. My beloved child, the heavens are not silent yet because your spirit has not fully drunk from the cup of what has been poured out for you. Archangel Michael still kneels, sword blazing, scroll blowing brighter and brighter. And the armies of angels stand behind him as witnesses, waiting for your response. He cries out once more, child, you must not drift, you must not scroll away. For this word carries the wealth of generations. The forgotten relative who prayed for you did not die with empty hands, they passed the baton into your life. And it is time for you to run with it. My beloved child, imagine the great archive of heaven where books are kept for every bloodline. Angels walk through those endless shelves. Each volume marked with names, histories, and destinies. They pull down the book of your family line, and I see pages glowing with tears and prayers. Some pages carry words spoken by lips you never knew, ancestors whose faith was buried under hardship, yet their prayers did not fade. They rose like smoke and were written forever. One prayer is highlighted, burning brighter than the rest. It is the prayer of the forgotten relative. They ask that your life not be empty, that you not be overlooked, that you not wander without dignity. And that one prayer has carrying weight through decades untouched, until this very day. And now Archangel Michael says, child, this fortune belongs to you. But heaven tests the heart before releasing treasure. You cannot inherit with clenched fists, you cannot receive with bitterness still locked inside. Forgiveness is your key. Forgiveness is the final test, my beloved child. I know this sounds difficult, but it is the very bridge to your freedom. The act of forgiving does not excuse what they did. It frees you from being chained to it, and the moment you forgive, the scroll unlocks, the chests open, the fortune is poured into your hands. Picture it, golden doors swinging wide, angels rushing forward with vessels overflying. One pours out financial increase that will shock you and silence doubters, another pours peace into your home. Peace that will heal sleepless nights. Another pours restoration into broken relationships, where bridges long burned will suddenly appear rebuilt. Another pours honor into your name, lifting you where you were mocked, and still another pours strength into your body and mind, renewing you as if the years of pain had never happened. This is why heaven calls it a royal fortune. It touches every part of your life, not only your pockets but your soul, your relationships, your very identity. My beloved child, your forgotten relative is at peace now, but tonight you may feel their presence near. In your dreams you may see them smiling, handing you something symbolic, a key, a crown, a garment. Pay attention, for that will be their confirmation. Tomorrow, and in the days ahead, expect signs in the natural, an unexpected message, a sudden door opening, a surprising opportunity. These will be earthly signs of heavenly release. Archangel Michael whispers with urgency, "Child, do not delay. Heaven is ready to move the moment your heart agrees. Do not think this is chance. This is divine alignment, and this is your moment, my beloved child." If you feel this pulling your spirit, whisper Amen right now. Hype it boldly, say it with faith. Every Amen shakes the heavenly gates, every Amen is another lock broken. Every Amen calls angels to move faster, faster, faster on your behalf. And before we close this part, I must remind you, seal this word, do not let it vanish into thin air. If you believe this message was carved for you, press the super thanks button. It is more than a gesture, it is your seed of agreement, your declaration to heaven. Yes, I believe. Yes, I am ready, yes, I receive. And as you do, Archangel Michael carries that act as a flame before God's throne, testifying that you have aligned with heaven. Sparkles, press super thanks now, and let heaven record your faith beside your name. My beloved child, the scroll of your inheritance is still being unrolled before your very eyes, and every line glows brighter with truth that cannot be hidden. Archangel Michael is still here, still kneeling in radiant humility. His wings spread wide like shields of fire, his eyes locked upon you with unshakable determination. He says, "Child, the heavens will not stop until you understand. You were never forgotten, you were never abandoned. You were never overlooked." The forgotten relative who prayed for you planted seeds of blessing in soil you could not see, and those seeds are now sprouting into a harvest that will overwhelm your life. My beloved child, imagine the scene, a heavenly treasury, more radiant than any palace you could picture. Angels walk among chests glowing with golden light, each chest bearing your name carved in living flame. One chest trembles as if desperate to be opened, it holds financial favor, contracts, opportunities, and streams of abundance. Another chest shakes with joy. It holds peace, laughter, and rest for your weary nights. Another pulses like a heartbeat. It holds healing for your body, strength for your soul, and restoration for wounds no medicine could touch. Another radiates dignity, it holds crowns, garments, and honor that will lift you above the whispers of shame. And every chest has waited for this day, the 29th of August, when the locks would finally break. But heaven, in its wisdom, placed a shocking condition, not to deny you, but to refine you: forgiveness, release, letting go. My beloved child, I see the chains around your heart, chains forged by betrayal, by abandonment, by words that cut you deeply. And God says, "How can I place crowns in hands still clinging to chains? How can I pour wine into a vessel still full of bitterness? Forgive, release, and I will flood you with what you cannot contain." This is not to excuse what they did. It is to free you from carrying it any longer. Inheritance is too heavy, too holy, to be mixed with unforgiveness. Archangel Michael leans closer, his voice breaking with both urgency and love. Child, this is why I beg. Not because your fortune is small, but because it is great, not because you are unworthy, but because you are ready. The key is in your spirit. Release, Forgive, and the floodgates will open. My beloved child, hear this mystery. Your forgotten relative's prayer was not only for you to be blessed, but for you to be the one who breaks the cycle in your bloodline. What plagued your ancestors will stop with you: the poverty, the shame, the rejection, the endless battles, they end here. For when you unlock this royal fortune, you are not only receiving for yourself, you are shifting the story for generations to come. This is why the heavens are trembling. This is why this message reached you today and not yesterday, not tomorrow. Because now is the appointed time. Tonight you will feel it, a dream of vain. A whisper. Your forgotten relative may appear, or you may sense their presence in peace wrapping around you. It will not frighten you, it will comfort you, because they are at peace now that their prayer has reached its fulfillment. Tomorrow, and in the days ahead, the natural will align with the spiritual. Unexpected calls, sudden opportunities, and divine connections will come to you like threads being woven into a tapestry. Watch for them, my beloved child, for these are the first waves of the inheritance pouring into your world. If this word stirs your spirit, whisper Amen right now. Do not delay. Every Amen echoes through heaven like a trumpet, signaling to angels, they are ready. Release it now. With every Amen, lock chatter, gates swing wider, and treasures pour faster. And before we close this part, remember, faith without action is incomplete. If you know this word is for you, seal it. Press the super thanks button below, not as a transaction, but as testimony. It is your way of saying, I agree. I receive. I align, and as you press it, Archangel Michael lifts your act of faith as a flame before God's throne, and heaven records it as a sign of readiness. Sparkles, press super thanks now, and let the angels write beside your name. They believed, they received. They unlocked. My beloved child, the heavens are still overflowing, because your inheritance cannot be explained in a few words. It is vast. It is layered. It is sacred. Archangel Michael has not moved from his knees. His wings stretch across the horizon like pillars of light, and the scroll in his hands burns brighter than the sun. He cries out again, Child, the reason I plead is because what waits for you is greater than anything you have ever touched. Do not drift away from this message, for it is the very key that opens the royal fortune prepared for you. My beloved child, imagine yourself standing before two doors. One door is familiar, the pain you've carried, the bitterness you've held, the memories that weighed you down. It is heavy, dark, and cold. The other door glows with radiant light, behind it are treasures. Peace you've never known, love that heals, wealth that overflows, honor that crowns you. But the lock on that glowing door is not gold or silver. It is forgiveness. Only by opening your heart can you open that door. And once you do, the flood will be unstoppable. The forgotten relative who left you this inheritance knew this day would come. They whispered prayers in secret, with tears you never saw. They asked God to keep you safe, to keep you covered, to keep your life from singing. They may not have been celebrated on earth, but they were honored in heaven for their faith, and their reward is tied to your breakthrough. Heaven promised them. The seed you plant will rise in your child. In your descendant, in the one whose name is written in my book, and that one is you, my beloved child. Archangel Michael lifts the scroll higher and speaks with thunder. Child, this fortune carries more than money, it carries restoration for your bloodline. It carries healing for the wounds of your heart. It carries laughter for your nights, strength for your mornings, and doors you thought would never open again. It is not just an inheritance. It is a rebirth. My beloved child, look deeper. I see angels carrying garments woven in light. They are not ordinary clothes. They are symbols of new identity. One garment is dignity, covering the shame that once clung to you. Another is favor, marking you so that wherever you step, doors open without effort. Another is joy, a cloak that wraps your spirit so heaviness cannot return, and another is legacy, ensuring what you unlock today will remain for your children and their children. These garments are folded and waiting, but they cannot be placed on you until your heart is unclenched. The condition of forgiveness, my beloved child, is not to make you weaker, it is to make you unstoppable. For as long as you hold the past holds you. But the moment you let go, you step into destiny unhindered, unshaken, unbound. A royal fortune requires free hands and a free heart. This is why Archangel Michael pleads so desperately. For he knows the weight of what heaven has reserved. Tonight you will feel it, a presence of whisper and dream. Perhaps you will see the forgotten relative's face, smiling with peace. Perhaps you will hear their voice saying, "It is yours now." Walk in it, do not dismiss it. It is heaven's confirmation. And tomorrow, in the natural, watch closely, a phone call, a message, an opportunity will come. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the vault is opening. If this message touches you, whisper Amen right now. Every Amen is a signal, a trumpet in heaven, a declaration. I agree, I am ready. Release it now. And with every Amen, more locks fall away, more chests break open. More treasures are released into your life. And before this part closes, my beloved child, seal this word. Do not let it slip through your fingers. If you know this message was carved for your spirit, press the super thanks button. It is not about the button. It is about alignment. It is about saying, yes, I believe, yes, I receive. Yes, I step into my inheritance. And as you do, Archangel Michael carries that act of faith as fire before God's throne, and heaven records it as your testimony. Press super thanks now. And let the angels write your name in the record of those who believed and received.